Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. Today we're talking about 2021, all the products that I want to pan in 2021. So some of these have already are already in projects, and so we're going to go through. Hopefully I'll remember to differentiate hey, I'm currently panning this and in 2020, and I'm going to continue to pan this in 2021. Others are things that I've picked out some products that I want to get to eventually. I'm gonna go ahead and film actually after this, and hopefully this will give me some ideas because I haven't actually picked out the products yet. 20 uses project pan that I'm gonna start, and then also I have a 5 uses project pan, I have a pan and everything project pan, and then I have my project 50 pan where I'm trying to use up products, and then also my pan that palette products as well. So I have a lot of project pans going on. Oh, and a project polish, but I'm mainly talking about face today. Usually I keep my nail polishes all completely separate. But yeah, so I'm going to talk about, and hopefully the goal of this is if I don't get to some of these products quite yet in this project right now, or in my project 20 pan or whatever, I'm kind of mapping out okay, what do I want to reach for next? What do I want to try and pan next? Whether it just be getting some usage on or hitting pan or completely using it up. What am I going to be aiming for in my collection, grabbing? It's going to give me a good video kind of remembering, hey, remember you wanted to prioritize this? So yeah, just to give me some ideas. Who knows what I'll do? And I think also it'll be fun where I have this in the beginning of the year, and then next year or at the end of 2021 I can look back and be like, hey, I got to pan every single one of these products, or I missed half of them, or whatever it is, or I never got to whatever, and maybe prioritize that for the next year. So let's go ahead and get to it. I guess what we can do is start with the products that I'm currently project panning, that's currently in products or projects right now. Okay, so also I want to say that I did go ahead and I filmed a products that I'm currently using / products that I'm currently panning, so you can go ahead and look at that video. However, I filmed that earlier last week, and things have already changed a bit. In terms of A, I've already used a few things up, so that's a good thing. And then B, also though, I have frankened some things. Some things are a little bit different than they were, and we're gonna do a new quick little updated this is what's up. So yeah, first things first, I'm not really gonna go in any particular order because I just can't manage it. There's just too many products right in front of me. And yeah, but I'm gonna try and do what I'm panning first / what's already in projects, and then what I'm hoping to get to next. So first thing is I have this Too Faced Sweet Tea bronzer, and I'm hoping this will be finished so I can move on to another bronzer, and I will show you the next bronzer after that. This year I've pulled out a lot of Too Faced stuff because I want to try and move them out of my collection. Eventually. It's gonna be a few years, but that's what we're gonna try and do. Also, my dog's in the room if you can hear her. Sorry about that. This is an Hourglass palette. It's one of their holiday palettes from a couple years back. I still have a few products in there, just a little bit there, a little bit there, and then that one hasn't been touched yet, but this is hopefully gonna go soon. We have a MAC shadow, which I actually repressed recently, and this is in my Project 50 pan. But hopefully by the end I have that up there, but hopefully I will also pan this, and then honestly all 3 of these as well. But this I use as my eyeshadow to set my eye primer, and I'm going to be moving on to this next. Hopefully I'll be able to finish it after that other one is done. And then I have my MAC quad that I'm panning. Hopefully that'll be out of here by this year. Oh my gosh. I have an IBY Beauty trio right over here, which spoiler alert, I have some pan on now, some new pan, And then I have my Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive, and it's all mixed together. That's why it doesn't have the pinwheel. I have my Jessica Liebenstein highlighter. It's a pinky colored highlighter, and so I use it as a blush topper. I'm not going to open it because there's lots of loose pigment everywhere. It's been broken up a bit, so on purpose. And then this is a Franken blush that I just created last night. I went into my lap and did that. meaning my bedroom. And so, yeah, this is lots of liquid lipsticks from my It Beauty book. They had lipsticks like in pans that I went ahead and smushed up and put them all together. I did use it on the cheeks today, which I have been liking that. I was using like just one, and now I've mixed all of them together and put them in here. I also added a little bit of the highlighter, cream highlighter shade in there as well to make it not so like vibrant red, because it was pulling really, really red and I was like nervous. This is definitely going to take like all year, because this is basically completely, I mean, there's some air bubbles I'm sure in here, but basically completely filled to the top, and I'm like, I barely touch it with my duo fiber brush. And so yeah, this is gonna take forever, but hopefully if I get this done by the end of the year, that would be huge. I'm hoping to get to, by hoping meaning I'm gonna be introducing this into my Project 50 pan soon, my Benefit blush in Dandelion. It's a little mini. I have my Almay trio, which is now a duo, but hopefully it will be a no-oh. So that was a really bad dad joke. I have my lipstick in Sugar Honey by Estee Lauder. Almost done with that. I have a Lord & Berry lip liner. I also have this Becca highlighter in, it's the Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in Prosecco Pop that I would like to use. I actually used it on the cheekbones today underneath foundation. It's pretty dark, and this is gonna take like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get through it like all year, because literally I was using, even that is a little bit too much, and that's for both cheekbones, and it just like, there's literally so much to it. But I know I have used it in the summertime to like give a nice glow to like my legs. Now my hands are going to be very glowy, which is going to be beautiful. But, and so it was nice because it actually like gave me a little bit of a tan, little color to it as well. So hopefully I can go ahead and use it in that way later in the year. And then I have this Tarteist lip glossy paint. This again is going to be my Project 50 pan very soon. And I have this Jessica Liebenskind, Vintage by Jessica Liebenskind eyeliner. I actually didn't even pick out more eyeliners to do, but eventually I have only blue and black eyeliners, so eventually hopefully there'll be more. We have a MAC pigment that we don't know the color of, but it's got like an antique bronze type of look. We also have other MAC pigments that I have for my Project Pigment that I just filmed, and it should be up for this video. And yeah, we're going to be going through those. These are 3 different colors that I'm concentrating on right now, but I'm actually going to be working on 6 colors through the year. I mean, if we can get through it faster, then better. But we have this blue-brown pigment that is in my Project 5 Uses. This is the Chai lipstick in from Bite Beauty, and this was in the Fall For You project pan. I actually did use a nice amount of it. I don't think I had any use on it before. This is going to be another Bite Beauty, and this I think has like minimal use, but if you can see, basically I think I used this, honestly I think I used it totally in a total like 15 times, and that's how much usage out of 15 times. I don't think I reapplied it all. So if I can have this in a project pan, I really think I can use it up fairly quickly. Like within, I mean, it's going to be a lot of uses actually, but yeah, I think it'll still be able to move fairly quickly. And then this is one in Fig, basically all my little Bite Beauties, because I know they go bad fast, and this is Pepper. Love to have that in there. This is a really pretty color. Jungle Red, NARS and Jungle Red. This is in my 5 Uses project pan. I have my Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Partridge. I think that's everything that's like in, oh no. And then I have my Real Her palette. This is in my Pan and Everything palette, trying to hit pan in every single shade. And I have 3 so far, so, you know, a third of the way there. This is my Tarte Color Wheel blush. I don't know, it has some highlighters too. I'm working on concept. I would love to get pan in 3 different shades, so maybe like a highlighter and 2 blushes. That would be awesome. But that's in my Pan and Everything project pan as well. And then we have the Naked palette I have in my 5 Uses project pan. If I could get it in another, you know, usage goal, that would be awesome as well. And I think that's everything in projects currently. So in one way or another, like it's either like gonna be in a project or in a project. Yeah, I think that's everything in a project currently. So now let's talk about what I would love to, use in one way or another, put in a project pan in one way or another for 2021. I already mentioned these two Bite lipsticks. I also have my MAC lipstick in Blankety. That would be great to have in a project. This is my Colourpop Lippy in Bichette, and it is a dark burgundy. We have the Tarte Lippy Lingerie. I have two of them, one in Lacy and one in Desire. This one is Desire, a nice deep color, and then Lacy, nice nude. We also have my Japanesque lipstick in, I think the color is 08. I'm not quite sure. But again, really deep berry. This actually comes out as a brighter berry than like that deep berry. And then I have a Colourpop Lippy pencil in Brink. Right over here. Possibly my next lip liner for my Project 50 pan. I have a little mini Urban Decay lipstick in Venom. Again, these really bold lipsticks, but hopefully we can get them into some projects where it's usage projects, so that way like feel the need to use them. And hopefully we won't have to be wearing masks as much. Hopefully we can get things like, the world back to normal-ish soon, hopefully. I guess also I have this is the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. It's the medium deep one. I would love to finish the Sweet Tea bronzer sometime this upcoming year and then bring that one in. That would be awesome. I also have a cream eyeshadow stick. Whoa, a cream eyeshadow stick from Laura Mercier, and it is an amethyst. It's one of her caviar. It was like a mini that I got from, what is it called? Like a Sephora type thing, but it's beautiful. I think it'd just be so fun for like a one color, look, or to help smoke some stuff out. Some lash lines or whatever. And then I have these two. These have been in projects, like little mini projects, but it'd be so fun to like get them in bigger projects, even if it's maybe 20 uses. I think that'd be fun. But this is Colourpop Super Shock Shadow and Arrow, and yes, there is a pan in there, so if I can continue to grow the pan in some way or another, maybe eventually get it into one of my Project 50 pans where I'm like completely using it up, that would be awesome. As well as I have this Cover FX Shimmer Veil, again in amethyst. Wow, we have two amethyst colors. Wild. But yes, and this one is also really pretty. Look, we have some windows in there. I think the windows go all the way down to here, which is awesome. But again, the cream like eyeshadows, single eyeshadows especially, would love to get that in projects. So then I have this Blink by BoxyCharm Electric Eyes palette, and I've said this before, I would love to get this used up or in some sort of usage in it. It's really like delicate, the shades are, but they're very beautiful. They're all shimmer. I think you can see, and you can see right here where it's kind of like, cracking a bit, but they're beautiful, and I would love to use that up because I'm just so afraid I'm gonna break it. And then we have palettes galore. Oh my goodness. So I really want to, I have my little, pan that palette, pan those palettes honestly right now. And I think when I was talking about possibly adding in new palettes, I have like basically a trio and a quad and another trio kind of in there as well to go ahead and use up right now. However, I'm thinking, in the future, meaning like this year, I would love to, once I finish those eyeshadows up, whenever that's going to be, hopefully sooner rather than later, I want to bring in a bigger palette. And I said like either Tartelette and Bloom and or the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. So yes, I would love to have these in there. And if I don't, like whichever one I choose, I'd love to still have the other one in like a usage project pan and get some use out of it. Along with the Too Faced themes, I have my other 3 Too Faced palettes. I would like, again, to get use out of these. I have my peach palette. We have the chocolate bar, the original, and the semi-sweet chocolate bar. So yes, I would like to get some usage out of those. And then we have a couple palettes that I have never used before, like my Laura Geller, the Wearables palette, which is all kinds of shimmers. And then I have a pure Soiree Diaries palette that I received from BoxyCharm, and it's gonna look like this. It's very like glam type palette and very simple. And last but not least, we have a Lorac palette. It's the Lorac Unzipped palette, and I just think this is so beautiful, and I just want to use it all the time. So yeah, that's, I think, all the palette or all the makeup I would love to get my little grubby hands on this upcoming year. Obviously, I want to use like my whole collection, but that's not necessarily realistic for me, especially because I like to stick to one thing and continue to pan it until it's done. So I would like to insert like these types of things in my projects, so that way it like gives me an excuse to touch other things other than the same thing over and over again in my collection. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and film my project 20 uses project pan, and we'll see which ones actually I decide to use. So yeah, thank you so much. Let me know what your thoughts are, what things you want to get to absolutely in your collection this year, like what products you want to be panning, all of that. And good luck to you all, and we can do this. All right, have a good day.